Hi guys, welcome to another section of Learning with Prep Class. I am Tutor Chima and I'll be anchoring today's section. In today's section, we are going to be looking at WAEC past question for the year 2018. We are going to be solving biology WAEC past question for the year 2018. And we are going to be looking at questions 26 to 30. Because in the previous video we solved questions 21 to 25. Now before we proceed, students, do not forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, like our videos. If you look below there, you're going to see a notification bell. You're going to see our comment section box. Click on the notification bell and activate it. Put it on. When you do so, you will be the first to be notified whenever we have an educational content like this on our channel. Now for the comment section box, try and drop like 1 or 2 comments on our videos. The comment can be a question, maybe a question in an area you do not completely understand or you want me to explain more. Just try and drop 1 or 2 questions on our comment section box. You can also be kind enough to share our videos. Try as much as possible to share our videos so that it will reach as much viewers as possible. Now, without wasting your time, let's go down to business. WAEC past question 2018 biology questions 26 to 30. Okay, 26 says, which of the following dental formula represents the dentition in rabbits? Which of the following dental formula represents the dentition in rabbits? Is it incisor 2? Because this dental formula, this I means, okay, look at what I said here. I say from the options, I represents incisors, C represents canine, P represents premolars, and M represents molars. So this means, you see option A, incisor 2 over 1, canine 0 over 0, premolar 3 over 2, molar 3 over 3. Is it incisor 2 over 2, canine 1 over 1, premolar 2 over 2, molar 3 over 3? Is it incisor 1 over 2, canine 0 over 0, premolar 2 over 3, molar 3 over 3? And is it incisor 2 over 1, canine 0 over 1, premolar 3 over 2, and molar 3 over 3? Dentition or dental formula, we look at it from half of the jaw of the mammal. Alright, let's see. Now, I said that the rabbit is a herbivore. That is, it feeds on grasses. Are you following? Therefore, canine teeth should be absent. Why is it that canine teeth should be absent in herbivore? Because herbivore do not feed on flesh. The canine teeth, this one, this sharp one. In some animals like lions, it is very long, and all these baboon, lions, baboon, they are very long canine, because that canine is for what? Tearing flesh. That's the function of that canine. It is used for tearing flesh. So since rabbit rather is a herbivore, it does not feed on flesh, so it doesn't need canine for tearing flesh. So canine will be absent. That's number 1. So because of that, the canine will be 0 over 0. Now, secondly, it has more incisor in the upper jaw than the lower jaw. If you look at the rabbit mouth, you see 2 pointed teeth up and 1 small one that is used for chopping grasses. So those 2 pointed flat distinct are the incisor, and 1 here, they are the incisor. So it has more incisor 2 over 1 in the upper jaw than the lower jaw. Hence, the dental formula is option A, which is incisor, more incisor. Because if you look at here, you see here, I have to go for option that is 0 over 0, but the canine is 0 over 0. So that should be between option A and C. But in option C, it is having more incisor in the upper jaw than the lower jaw. But it's supposed to have more incisor in the option C rather, is having more incisor teeth in the lower jaw than the upper jaw. But it's supposed to have more incisor teeth in the upper jaw than the lower jaw. So because of that, option A is better, since it has 2 incisor, that's 2 over 1, 2 incisor in the upper jaw and 1 incisor in the lower jaw. So which is 4. You understand? Remember I said the dental formula is half of the animal's jaw. So incisor 2 over 1, canine 0 over 0, premolar 3 over 2, and molar 3 over 3. So options A is the best option since it is 2/1 instead of 1/2. 27. The diagram below is an illustration of an experimental setup to demonstrate the property of soil. Study it and answer questions 27 and 28. The property of soil demonstrated is it particle size, is it capillarity, is it color, is it texture? Now if you see here, you see that this is an open-ended tube. They fill it with soils. This one is sandy soil. This one is powdered soil. Let's call it. This one is sandy soil. This one is powdered clay soil. This one is loamy soil. Open-ended tubes. That's a tube that's open at both ends. So they fill one part with sandy soil, clay soil, and loamy soil. Then the other end, they cover it with cotton wool so that the soil will not fall off. They just put cotton wool here so that the soil will not fall into the soils will not fall into the water. While here is open, they now insert each of them in a water trough. So of course, water is expected to rise up the tube, rise up here, here, and here. Whenever you insert tubes in water tends to rise up the tube. That process of water rising up is known as capillarity. If this liquid is mercury, instead of water to rise up, it will go down. Do you understand? So if this liquid here is mercury, instead of the water to rise up, it will go down. Are you following? So what I'm trying to say is that since it is water will rise up. But if this liquid is mercury will go down. It will go down in the tube. But for water will rise up. So the rise or fall of water in narrow tubes like this, capillary tubes like this, is known as capillarity. So the best answer there is capillarity. Capillarity is the rise or fall of water in narrow capillary tubes. Capillarity is the rise or fall of water in narrow capillary tubes. So the best answer there is capillarity. So capillarity is the best answer there, capillarity. Then the 28 says, which of the following statements would be a correct observation at the end of the experiment? Is it that water moves highest in sandy soil, lowest in loamy soil, to the same level in all soil types, highest in clay soil? Water will not move to the same level in all soil types. No, it will move highest in one of the soil depending on the ability of that soil to hold water. Sorry for that. It will move highest in one type depending on the ability of that soil to hold water. I said water moves. Okay, I said clay soil holds more water than the other soil types. That is why it is easily waterlogged. Therefore, water will move up highest in clay soil. So, talking about the one that water will move highest, it depends on the one that can hold more water. So, since clay soil holds more water, it will absorb more water than the other two soils. So, because of that, water will move up in the tube. It will move up highest in the tube that has, I have to go back. It will move up highest in the tube that is holding clay soil than the other two soil. It will move up highest in the tube that is holding clay soil than the other two soil, because clay soil holds more water than loamy and sandy soil. So therefore, water will move up highest in clay soil. So the correct answer is D, highest in clay soil. 29. The most important factor or factors that influence or influences the ecological niche of a, is it niche or niche? Let me call it niche of an organism is/r. Is it water, light, predator-prey relationship? Is it food and water availability? Is it physical environment? Is it competition for food and space? So which of all these factors is much more important to the ecological niche of an organism? So I said here that in ecology, a niche or niche is the role or job of an organism in a habitat. So a niche is the role or job of an organism in a habitat. All of the interactions of an organism with the other members of its community, including competition, predation, parasitism, and mutualism. So in an ecological niche, a niche is the role or job of an organism in a habitat, and it includes all the interactions of an organism with the other members of its community, which include competition, predation, parasitism, and mutualism. Now, a variety of abiotic factors such as soil type, climate also define the species niche, but the most important factor that influences it is water, light, predator-prey relationship. So now a niche is a place where an organism is found and what it does there. Let me give you an example. Now, in a young herbaceous plant, the caterpillar of a butterfly lives or stays on the leaf. The aphid, a piercing and sucking insect, lives on the stem. They are not the same group of insects. Caterpillar is the larval stage of butterfly, but aphid is already a fully mature insect of another type. Now, caterpillar of the butterfly lives or stays on the leaf. The aphid stays on the stem. Now, both of them have the same habitats. Do you understand? Both of them have the same habitat, which is the young herbaceous stem. But the caterpillar stays on the leaf and feeds on that leaf. But the aphid stays on the stem and sells sap there, and that is where they also mate. The same habitat but different ecological niche. So that specific spot where you find the caterpillar and what it feeds on is its ecological niche, which is the leaf. The aphid, now that specific spot where you find the aphid, where it stays, where it mates, where it bites and sucks that cell sap, which is the stem, is the ecological niche of the aphid. But both of them live on the same habitat, which is the young herbaceous plant. I believe you understand what niche is now. So now, everything that affects that organism in that particular place, it is found. In that particular niche, it is found. Like everything that affects the organism in that particular place, it is found in that habitat. And what it does there makes the ecological niche. And the most important of these factors that influence an organism is water, light, and predator-prey relationship. Water, light, what it feeds on and what feeds on it. So the best answer is water, light, and predator-prey relationship. Okay. 30. The diagram below is an illustration of organisms in an airtight aquarium. The most important factor needed by the organisms is it light? Is it low humidity? Is it oxygen? Is it nitrate? Now, if you look at these organisms, seaweed, this is fish, this is crab also. It's not well drawn. I don't even understand what they even drew there. Now, because this is from WAEC. Of course, you should know that the most important factor to all these organisms in this aquarium, fish, crab also, is oxygen. Because without oxygen, they cannot even stay alive. So the most important factor needed by most organisms is oxygen. Only needed for respiration. So we need oxygen to break down glucose or carbohydrates in their system to liberate energy that is needed for them to even stay alive. So they have to be alive first before they can even feed or mate. So because of that, the most important factor is oxygen. Oxygen is the most important factor because they need to stay alive before they can talk of to manufacture, to feed, or to do any other thing. Alright guys, we've come to the end of today's section of Learning with Prep class where we looked at past questions on biology 2018. We solved questions 26 to 30. If you look below here, you will see a link. Copy and paste this link on your browser. When you do so, it's going to take you straight to our WhatsApp group. So when you join us on WhatsApp, you'll be getting updates and infos on the latest videos or contents we have on our YouTube channel. So that's the essence of joining us on WhatsApp. So till we meet again, I still remain Tutor Chima, a prep class tutor on biology. Bye and do stay safe.